remember somebody sending me that before I went to trial, and they told me that if and I was saved then, but this person told me, oh, if you eat this thing, you'll come home, And I remember before going to trial, I flushed it down the toilet. I didn't take it, and I was like, I just, because I was already saved, and I knew that was something that was contrary to God, and I was just like, I'm just taking my chance with the Lord, and I went to trial and I lost. I was guilty, I did it. But I think back now, looking at work, because they ended up having, that's where I found Christ, met the brothers at, and got saved. But I think back now, because there used to be times in prison where the devil would play on your mind, and when I used to be in there and be like, well, had you have eaten that, would you be home right now?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So that always kind of played in my mind, and I said, well, no, it's contrary to the will of God. That's against God. I know that's, witchcraft is something that's a big sin against God. And now looking back to everything that I went through and where I am now, and I'm in a place of peace now, and God got me in a good place of stability. I said, man, you know what? I'm glad everything worked out the way it worked out, because had I came home in '99, I definitely wasn't ready to come home. You know what I mean? And I'm a firm believer with the lifestyle that I was living at, I probably wouldn't be alive had I come home early because of the activity I was into.